Hey guys, what's going on? Gonna be doing some. I'm not gonna stream long tonight, but I promised somebody that I would go in, come into town as a lawyer, or excuse me, oh goodness gracious, I'm tired, as the judge, and get them some stuff done. So I'm gonna try to get that done real quick, and then hopefully get in and play that other guy. Let's see, where am I at? Damn, that should be gone, but it's there right now, and I don't care. We're loading into the game. How you guys doing? Hopefully you're having a good one. Glad to be here with you again. Waiting on my ticket on the train, and then we'll be in it to win it. Judge town at and let them know I'm coming, and we'll talk with them here in just a minute. Anyway, on an earlier stream, so for some of you guys that may know or don't know, I also do a stream of a D&D game, and we just did our Before the Curse, where I interview one of the other players, and they get to tell us and tell everybody watching the stream kind of what their character's all about. And it's pretty good. But before that, I was talking about some things that have been going on with 2K. 2K making the news again today, filing with the FCC. This is as reported by Andy Chalk with PC Gamer. 2K Games filing with the FCC, disclosing that by fiscal year 2024, they plan on investing $89 million in marketing towards that fiscal year. What does that mean? Why is that important, especially to GTA fans? That's important because the last time that they earmarked this kind of money was coordinated with their release of Red Dead 2. So the speculation is that we will see sometime in the very near future, we'll actually see him pop in, and that we're going to see him pop in and actually do release of GTA 6. So that's the big hush hush thing, is they pretty sure that that's going to be a correlation. Anyway, so here we go, coming into the city. You guys can hear the loading music in the back. New server, so I think they had to finish. So new server. Since getting the new server, I've not run into any of the dreaded scripts issues anymore, which has been a really good thing. The server seems a little bit more stable. I haven't been playing on it enough to really know definitively, not yet, but it does seem better. So, all right, let's get in game. Again, we're starting off with Travis Taps. Gonna go do some judgy stuff, and then we will try to get in Strickland for just a little while. Probably not again too late tonight, so we'll see. Oh man, did I come in the wrong part of town? Oh well. It'll be a nice drive, assuming my car's not totally junk. Looks good. We'll just take a drive down to Los Santos and see if we don't get a speeding ticket along the way. I just bought this car like it. Let's go. I want to put my top down. Maybe I have to be stopped. There we go. There we go. Now we're driving. Now we're cruising in style. Don't pull out in front. $120, $128, $130, $135. I was wondering what this car would top out at. Take it. I think it's all the way upgraded. That was Slavi's vehicle. Of course, this character doesn't know that. 37, wow. Maybe I can one hit 140. Yeah, there was 140. On the downhill, 141, 142. Not bad. Slow down coming into the city to see if I don't get in trouble. Welcome, viewer. Dragging a chat screen over is going to get me killed. I slowed down a little bit, not a lot. That guy better not come over to my lane. Very upset with him. Usually I start a little closer, but somehow, for some reason, it started up in Sandy, but oh well. Anyway, for those of you guys that may be interested, got my D&D games tomorrow streaming on my Twitch channel. Should be pretty good. It's Curse of Strahd, and they're in a really interesting position. So that game's going to start at 7 o'clock Central Time tomorrow, and like I said, it'll be a good one, streaming right here. So let's get clocked in, see if this guy's going to be available. I don't have to be here long. Let's find out. Put the top up. I don't want anybody looking at my car. Get my little morning run in. Oh, judges need exercise too. Getting a new courthouse soon. That's exciting. Kind of excited about that. That's going to be fun. Judges now available. And we'll see who shows up. Let's check my phone. I think I got a text message. Reese said he was at the DZA's office. This new phones, I keep getting text messages from folks. Like, it drives me nuts.
Hello.
What I'm gonna do.
Your Honor.
Howdy. I'm sorry I can't see you. If you might raise your hands, it's kind of been. Oh, there you are. You mind taking off the mask for me while you're here?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So, how are you? What can I do for you?
Me?
I'd like a last name change.
Oh, I'm sorry. So somebody else come in? I think somebody else is in here. I can't see you, sir. I'm sorry. If you were trying to raise your hand, see if that fixes it. Yep, I see you now. Thank you very much. You're looking for a name change. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So pretty easy situation as long as you haven't been arrested in the last week. The easiest thing. Whoops. All right. Hey, but just so you know, once you haven't been arrested for a week, just get with a lawyer. A lawyer will submit the paperwork, and we can typically do that all through the emails and get that taken care of for you. And there's usually no fee, no court fee for that. So
I'm a criminal by heart, you know, not by choice, by heart.
I understand.
So it's a lifestyle that I gotta live.
Simpin?
I understand.
Making it simpin?
It is one of the conditions. So, but I sympathize with the plight. But maybe talk to a lawyer, see if they might want to create an argument for you. There might be a way there.
All right.
Yeah, are you making a simpin?
Oh,
all right.
I'm about to set up a case against that motherfucker if he keeps following.
Bro, I came here like Goros too. I needed to get some. Bye, bitch.
All right. 1 second, sir. Give me just a second. I need to type something. Right. I need to think of something in my head real quick. Yeah, so somebody on my Discordia app sent a question, hey, how hard is it to be a lawyer? And actually, the city, we're actually going to be hosting a a law school. So if you are interested in going to law school, get a hold of Sneezy.
Hello there, good sirs. How you doing?
Get a hold of
Good.
Sneezy, and he
Yeah,
can
put your hands
help
up.
you with that.
I
There you
could
go.
just instead. Did you know that?
Ah,
I would
reaching
recommend-
works.
I would recommend not putting your hands up ever.
All right.
Word.
There you go. All right. Okay.
All right.
What do you need, sir? What can I do for you?
So last night I got arrested, right? And it was some bullshit. She tased me
Okay.
off the bike and just instant cuffed me.
Okay.
Right? But it was for I can't remember what I got arrested for. But
Okay.
because of it, I can't get like my firearms permit from there.
Yeah. Are you a felon now? Do you know if you were arrested on a felony?
Nah, I think it was a misdemeanor.
Can I see your ID?
Yeah. Cause she just like tased me off the back of the bike and instant cuffed me. She was stupid.
Okay, Mr. Hill, just 1 second. Let me
Like,
see
this is my
what's going
second day
on.
in the city and shit. And, like she think I'm gonna be doing some stupid shit. So
Okay, so looks like you arrested twice.
oh yeah, I got arrested for tackling a cop earlier. Yup.
How quickly we forget, huh?
I mean, it was such a small thing. I didn't really care about it. Like I didn't really remember it because like
So the
I had
assault,
10 miles.
you were arrested for assault 240 by Mr. Santini.
Yeah, and guess
And
what? They didn't want to
then-
give me their fucking badges after I asked for them, and they didn't read me my rights.
So a couple of things for you on that. One, if you felt like you weren't treated correctly for any of those situations, or something was done incorrectly, I'd encourage you to take one or two routes. You could go.
Make an HR report.
Well, you could do. That's actually a third route. You could do an HR report. The other option is you could go to the DA's office and with the situation and
Where's
talk to
that
the DA. You actually just ask for the DA's office is up. It's a building up here just to the north of us, up above Legion. But the best thing is to ask for a DA or a member of the DA's office in the legal area, in the DOJ area, the Discordia's deal. But you can try to talk to the DA and see if they're willing to take up that case as far as an internal investigation might be involved. And then lastly, you're also able to go speak to an attorney, which I would certainly recommend, and talk about appealing the charges if you think it was wrong, or even you can bring suit against that officer if you felt like you were treated incorrectly. Okay.
Okay.
So just some things you can do. All right. So let me look at this other one that you have here. Also a misdemeanor. Okay.
I think so.
Which was assault on a police officer.
I don't know if that's quite a misdemeanor. I mean, I'm no longer an attorney, but I think that may be a felony.
What?
According to our
No, they
the
tackled me
statutes,
first, and then I
it
tackled
was-
it back. And
well,
then they
the
got me
nice
for
thing is
fucking-
they gave you threatening a peace officer. They didn't actually give you any assault, so that's why it's
Oh,
a
okay.
misdemeanor. The other one, though, you were also charged with HS 11351 Bravo,
Is that meth?
which is the possession of meth, which is a felony, which is why you
Yeah,
can't own
no,
a
'cause
firearm.
we were on a bike. Me and my friend Pablo, we were on a bike, and these people just came up to us and like, this is my second day in the city, so obviously I don't know how to do meth and shit.
Sure.
So
sure.
like, shut the fuck up back there. So yeah, we were
Please
on a
be
bike
careful
and
with
shit.
your language in the courtroom, okay, sir?
All right, so we were on a bike and stuff, and when we were at Burger Shot, someone was like about to get arrested, right? Because they had a warrant and someone snitched on them, so they just put it on our bike, and then we kind of just evenly
All right.
distributed
Well,
it.
so you got two options, all right? Your two options for that particular thing on that felony is to you can either go talk to the arresting officer or a supervisor of that arresting officer, and then they can come tell us that you weren't supposed to be charged with it, and that gets that felony removed. The other option, if you feel like you were incorrectly charged, is to get a lawyer and appeal that charge, right? You don't have to appeal everything. You can appeal just that charge for the possession of the methamphetamine, okay? If you win the appeal, the charge goes off your record, and you're no longer a felon, and you're able to own a weapon again, okay?
But I can technically still go to the ammunition store and buy it, like one of the shitty licenses, right?
No, it won't let you as long as you're a felon.
I mean, technically it does let you, but like,
They should not sell you a license, sir, if you don't understand what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but it still does.
Okay.
Yeah, the owner kind of broke.
Yeah, we'll have
He's
to
corrupt.
talk to the government about it, I guess. On your record, it will still. The problem is it'll still show that your firearms permit suspended.
But
so.
the thing is, no. But the thing is, she gave me. It said that in my eyes that my license was revoked for 20 days or no 14 days, but I didn't even shoot her. I didn't have a gun on me. I haven't held a gun yet.
Hold on. It doesn't matter if you held it or shot her. The fact of the matter is you can't have a valid firearms permit with a felony on your record.
No, but I'm saying like still, even if I went to go buy one and it says it's fucking. Oh, sorry, and it says that it's
Oh, you never had a
suspended?
firearms permit.
Yeah, no, I haven't had one. That's why I'm here.
That's why it allows him to buy it, sir.
Yeah, he's never had it.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Okay, well, I can't give you one.
Damn it.
Sorry, bud.
No problem.
Get that felony taken care of. The other option that I can tell you about if you don't want to go the legal route as far as trying to get an appeal, you could wait for 14 days and have a lawyer file an expungement on your behalf. That would get rid of all your charges.
Okay. I might do
Okay.
that, but I mean,
And that's
getting
14
more shit
days. Yeah, but you got to go 14 days without an arrest, and then you got to do a little community service. With your record, it'd probably only be about 30 minutes of community service. But then a lawyer can file those expungement papers and get you taken care of. So that's what you're facing. As long as you got that felony on you, I can't issue a permit.
All right, is my firearm? Well, not my firearm. My driver's license valid?
I would think so because I didn't see any
Should be.
vehicle-related charges.
Yeah, it should be.
Let me
But
just
then again,
check.
Melba
Yep,
and her shit, she be on something.
you do have a valid boat and driver's license.
Oh, I have a boat license. Oh, I do.
You do. You do.
All right. Well, I appreciate it.
Sure thing, Mr. Hill. You have yourself a
yeah,
great
I
evening.
might just try
okay?
to get myself an expungement because I don't think I'm gonna win
There
the
you go.
charters. So,
There you go.
all right.
All right, we'll see you later. Take care, sir.
Have a good day.
All right, come on forward, sir.
you
What can I
just
do
came
for you?
and told the judge that you tackled a cop, had meth, and that you wanted a gun.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard
Sir, I
stranger
just-
things.
No, but listen. The thing is, that cop tackled me first, so I tackled him back, and then the officer that he was with arrested me for it.
Sir, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Listen, I was a defense attorney, okay, and the more
That's
you
what I did.
open your
That's literally
mouth,
all I
Oh my
did.
goodness.
Did you really just assault me in the courthouse, sir?
Here, take this.
Jesus.
All right,
Yeah,
have a good day,
I
sir.
forgive you. I
Alright.
forgive you. I forgive you.
Okay,
Sir,
what
I'm
can I
here
do
my
for you?
yeah, I'm here for my gun license.
Okay, can I see some ID? Like, should I ask you if you're a felon yet? I mean,
I mean,
Sorry.
you could ask me, but I mean, no longer.
Mr. Lee, you seem to have gone through. I think I've met you before. I don't remember you at the maybe you did have the same dress, but maybe I don't know. I could have sworn I met you before in a different look. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
I mean, do you not see my birthmark?
Nope, I do. I remember that. I remember my cousin had talked about you once. Okay, so you've got a clean record. You were just recently expunged, as I recall.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that
I'm
correct?
currently in the process of putting together a security firm. Judge Declan on Saturday, I want to say, had taken a look, stated I needed an expungement. Ironically, that day it happened. So now I just need to get my firearms permit and
Okay.
yeah. Now I don't know if you're able to mention. I know it was mentioned there on my application for my
on
business
just a sec.
license
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
that I did have my expungement done. Now, let me ask you a question, sir. Is it
Yeah. Come
would it
on.
be
Step over here
normal-
just a little bit. Sorry. Just step right over here. Thank you.
Oh, yeah,
Go ahead.
So now, would it be normal or proper for a judge to wait to see if I recommit a crime, or is it just an availability issue? Because I'm not gonna lie, me and Judge Declan go way back since I was an attorney,
Mm-hmm.
and I understand that a felon can't, it's not proper for a felon to have a security firm, and I get that,
Mhm.
But now that I'm no longer a felon in the eyes of the court, I'm just concerned that, my application might be delayed because of a personal grievance between me and that judge. I was kind of surprised to see him take my case. Like every case I have, he seems to be the judge presiding over. So I'm just concerned that there may be a bias taking place. Now there may not be. I mean, I'm just paranoid. It's the bipolar.
Yeah, the
and
discussion. The discussion. So most of the business license are actually discussed as a panel of judges. It's typically not a
terrific.
single individual that is doing that. Certainly, if you have a concern about bias of one of the judges in the way that they're interfacing with you, that's why we have a chief justice.
Of course, of course.
I certainly would, encourage you to take your concern to Carmichael. But as far as typically we review the business license as a panel and ask each other questions. Now that's not, Declan just came back into the city not too long. Oh, I almost punched you. I apologize.
Oh, it's okay.
Anyway. Is that better? You see me back?
I have no idea, but it's it's okay. It doesn't matter, sir. Just continue on.
So anyway, we do look at that. You typically as a committee and try to go through it. Now, sometimes those are not on the top of our order of things that we're trying to get taken care of, but we'll do our best to get that reviewed for you. Okay, so do you have the $1,000 for the firearms permit?
Oh yeah, of course, sir. Here, let me.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind passing it to me. All right,
I
thank you
just
very
wanted
much.
to ask because I'm not familiar in regards to the licenses for businesses, and again, I don't jump to. I try not to jump to conclusions. However, I like to voice concerns. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely, and I think that's a good thing to state. You'd much rather state it and know what's going on than using speculation and assumption.
Yeah, no reason for me to go to a superior when he's just doing his job.
Yep. Okay. Give me a favor. Check out your pockets. Make sure you have that license in your pocket.
Let me just reach in here. I do feel something in here. Yes, sir.
Okay, if you wouldn't mind, please look at that and read me the words that are printed on that, okay? All of them.
Oh, yeah, of course, sir. The license holder is legally allowed to request the it would. The license holder is legally allowed to carry a weapon so long as it remains concealed. If contacted by a law enforcement officer for any reason and the license holder is armed, the license holder shall immediately inform the officer that they are CCW licensee and that the officer requests the license holder CCW license. The license holder will provide that license as proof they are legally carrying a concealed weapon. The license holder shall surrender their CCW license and or concealed weapon to any sworn police officer upon demand. And lastly, the license holder shall not unnecessarily display or expose the concealed weapon or license.
Perfect. Do you understand everything that's written on that permit?
I do, sir. I do.
Good. You do realize that at any point that privilege can be revoked for any reason. Do you understand that too?
Oh, definitely, sir. Definitely.
Okay. Good. All right. Do you have any other questions for me?
At this time, no, Your Honor.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming down, Mr. Lee, and hopefully we get that business request evaluated for you as soon as we can get you an answer back. Okay?
Actually, I do have a legal question.
Okay.
Now, my girlfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and her, we share a bed and, we share drawers and stuff. Sometimes she leaves things at my house. Now, if I have some of her legally purchased weapons in my possession, however, I haven't seen her in a little while. What exactly would be the best course of action to take with these weapons?
Well, if you're concerned about them potentially being used against you, possession goes a long way towards establishing law, right? As far as applying law, right?
Yes, sir.
As you're probably well aware. So if you're really overly concerned about them, I would probably try to get a hold of a law, some law enforcement, an agency, and see if they would come to your house and confiscate the weapons that aren't yours, just to remove any chance of suspicion. If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh no, 100%. And I don't want to get beat up with her shoe because her guns are gone either. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
All right. Well, I appreciate the advice on that, though.
Yeah. Just remember that if for any reason they have any reason to speculate that they come in, I don't know how a DA or law enforcement agency would go about doing that investigation. Just understand that possession and who owns that property, unless she confessed the ownership and wrote out a testimony or something of that nature, that would be what I'd be looking at. You could do an inventory and have her sign something stating that the weapons with these serial numbers are hers. That way you have that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty
That'd
established.
be another way.
I don't know if you know Miss Tina Time, the mime.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's pretty well known around town that she's my girlfriend, but you know, some people just don't know. But I really appreciate it. However, to be honest, I'm getting kind of late to some interviews that I'm going to be conducting.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you get out of here, Mr. Lee. Thank you for stopping by.
All right, I appreciate your time, sir.
Take care, sir. All right. Who's
Easy, ma'am.
next?
Apologize. Oh, no, it's okay. Thank you.
Come on forward.
Hello, Judge. You need to jump. There you go.
Hopefully, it makes it all better.
Oh God, now I can't see you.
Can you hold your hands up, Judge, just so we can see you, please?
Oh, there we go.
Is it better? Hi.
I don't see you.
So, basically, I have 2 boat licenses, and I just need you to snag one out of my pocket for me.
Okay. What's your ID?
Hopefully, that's easy.
Check your pockets.
All right, let me see. Yes, thank you.
You're very welcome. Glad to help out. I like
That
it when I
was
can help with
easy.
those little things. There's painless.
Is there a way you can take the firearms one out of my pocket too, since I don't really need it?
Sure. Hold on a second.
Me too, me too.
Yo, I like this judge. He's cool.
She has been taking up weight in my pocket for like 8 months.
Well, as long as the reason you don't need it is that it's suspended because you have felonies.
Yes.
I don't plan on
So-
ever buying one again, even if it's possible. So,
I'm willing to be nice about it, but I mean, you guys do understand. Don't come up with another. You can't have a firearms permit as
yeah,
long as you're
I
felon,
swear
right?
upon God, I won't spend $7K to buy another one.
Oh God,
Huh.
no.
All right, Miss
But
Johnson.
I know what
one
you're
second.
saying is you could go and buy another one if you removed it for $7K.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't even know that was. No, I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna do that. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, that's why judges haven't done it in the past. But then it just takes up weight in your pockets.
That's what I'm saying. That's another.
And you know,
2
I have
pounds
other
in my
resources to get guns.
And
if I
it's
want them. I'm
it's
not gonna
fairly
buy-
obvious if you've done it too. So that's the other thing. Check your pockets, Miss Johnson.
I love you, Judge.
Okay, what's your name, sir?
You know what?
Hi, I'm
You can
Roland.
have that.
Oh, thanks.
I am Catholic, and I swear upon God, I won't buy one from ammunition.
Oh boy. Yeah, they shouldn't issue them either. All right, take your check
Yeah, they
pockets.
shouldn't.
I slipped some chicken nuggets in his pocket.
Oh my God, it's gone. That 2 weight is back.
There you
I
go.
love you.
Is
I
there
can
anything
kiss
else you
you.
need? Oh, don't kiss
Mwah.
me.
Kiss.
Don't. Oh gosh. Ugh.
I guess.
Can you take
All
my
right,
firearm
what can I do
permit
for
too?
you? I'm taking everybody's permit today. Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
You
I'm
wanna
never
take
gonna
my
get one.
driver's license?
Goodness gracious. Can you just again remember that no one can issue you a firearm permit while you have a felony. You understand?
Yeah, gotcha.
And the court cams can see all.
Yep.
I don't think it would even let us if we tried. Gosh, I have so much free space.
All right, check your
in my
pockets,
pocket.
Mr. Smith.
It feels so nice.
Oh,
Hell
that's-
yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Alright, I'm not giving this guy my driver's license.
your-
Still valid.
What's your name, Judge, by the way?
I'm Judge Travis Taps.
Oh, okay. That's why I've never met you before. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys. I used to be a defense attorney in town, and now I'm doing this.
Wait,
Trying
You
to.
know, you sound
you-
familiar.
Are you the
Mm-hmm.
one that got me my plea deal for having a nines?
What's your name again?
I'm Roland Manelik. I was in there for torture. Like I cut
Yep.
someone's hands and shit off.
That was. I think that was me.
That was you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. If that's you, that's you, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I'm
Wow,
liking the
wow,
pink
that-
shoes.
Thank you. I,
Pink.
you know, I try to be as fashionable as I can. You know,
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Mama
You know, I
says
think
always
look at
dress
that.
your best. Dress to
I'm
impress.
a
My
man
mom
of my
always
word,
said.
So. Yeah,
All
he's
right, did-
actually- he was a good lawyer. It's a shame he's a judge now or DA. What are you?
I'm a
Judge.
judge. Yeah, I just do
You
things to try
aspire
to
be a
help.
DA?
I aspire to serve where best I can serve the city, which is trying to straighten out some things here as much as I can.
I think judge
Mhm.
should be best.
All right. Well, it
DA
looks
is
like
kind
we
of the
have some.
pocket of the police.
Well, we're working on that too. We've got a new district attorney. I think he's going to do a good job.
Heck
Who's the
yeah.
new one?
His name's Abraham. He's just got appointed here a couple days ago. We got sworn in. Now he's looking for an assistant district attorney. But the legal system's coming up. There's actually, in case you guys know anybody who's wanting to become a lawyer, we're actually going to be holding law school to help new lawyers get their feet underneath them, understand the legal system, and provide assistance all the way through. So that's coming up. If you guys know anybody, just have them message. I believe his message name is Sneezy. But we're looking for as many people as possible might be interested in starting a legal career.
For attorneys. Okay.
Yeah. We would
That's
love to have.
interesting. Yeah, I might know people.
Yeah, we definitely need more good attorneys in town. On all sides. So.
Well,
Okay,
thank you
I'll
so
pass the word
much.
along.
Yeah, I'd really appreciate it. That would mean a lot to me. I appreciate it.
Alright, you look like you're about to be busy, so you have a good
Whatever.
day.
Yeah. Y'all have a good one. Thank you
what
very
up?
much for coming by.
Don't kidnap this
What up?
judge. He's cool.
You got a
No
judge.
promises.
You like this-
Okay, come on in.
Hey, Judge.
Howdy, what can I do for you?
I can't see you. Can you put your hands up?
Yeah, I can try. It's been kind
There
of
you
weird
go.
in here. All right.
All right.
What can I do for you?
We got a few things here. You want to go
Mhm.
first?
Yeah, I submitted to get
Hold on just a
my-
second. Sir, can you remove your mask while you're in the courtroom? I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. Take your mask off. Sorry, he's a little new.
That's all right.
He just flew in.
Not a problem. It's all right. Go ahead, ma'am.
So I contacted a lawyer and paid him to get my name changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just curious. I know, like they say that like you have to not, be a felon for like 7 days or a week, whatever it is. But it was a marriage. Is that the same rule for that? It's not an adoption.
Are you Miss Harlow Brooks?
Yes.
Let me take a look here. 1 second. Mr. Tyndall's your lawyer.
Yes.
And your last arrest was on the. Have you been arrested since the 18th at all?
I haven't.
Well, the good news for you is it's not with a name change. It's not dependent on being a felon or not. It's just depending on not having arrests for 7 days. So yes, we can process that. I'll approve that right now, and then
Thank you.
we just need to get with a God to help you with that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I was just curious because I knew that it was like you couldn't be arrested for 7 days with the adoption, but I didn't know if it was different for a marriage.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Okay.
So give me just a second.
All right.
All right. 1 second. See if we can actually get you taken care of. Oop. Put in the wrong case. All right, well, I'm waiting to hear back from that person. Got you all approved, got that case approved. I just got to see if we can't get someone to take care of that for you. Now, you'll have to go out of the city and come back. But
Right. And since now that it's approved, like if something happens, if you get arrested, I'm fine, right?
your record, Yeah, I mean it's gonna once it gets updated by the state, then it'll your record will stay with you. So
Okay, good.
Wait, so I think that means you can't get arrested yet until you take the nap,
Mhm.
right?
well, yeah, as soon as they put the change into effect, you don't get arrested. That would be bad. So I would try to live clean at least until you until your name's validated, if you know what I mean.
Right, right.
Just to keep things all legitimate, like Mama always said, just assume all the girls are legitimate because they always are the nicest thing like flowers, but always assume that first. My mom was kind of strange, but we loved her.
Usually how it goes. You have to love the
That's
moms.
how it goes. All right, well, I'm waiting for that. What can I do for you, sir?
All right. So second question. So there was an incident to where my license got taken away for 30 days, and I feel it should have been more like 14 because it was a pretty doo-doo situation. I had to improvise. I wasn't supposed to be driving.
Mm-hmm.
Any chance you can knock that down from 30 to 14?
Is it because this happened 14 days ago?
No, it happened like what, 3 days ago, 2 days ago.
Okay. Well, why don't you describe to me the situation in which this happened and why you feel that 30 days isn't right?
All right. Well, we already got caught. I already got caught. So I was robbing a bank, and there was 3 other individuals with me. We had 2 hostages. 2 of the individuals
That was funny.
who were allegedly robbing the bank with me, heads popped, and so did one of the hostages. So they honored the 2 hostage thing anyway, and one, the driver head popped, so I had to demand a car to get that, and I shouldn't have been driving in the first place. And if anything went well, so I was just curious if it was a possibility to get it dropped from 30 to 14, because 30 days is a nightmare without a license.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. I get that. So here's what I'm typically looking for. So I mean, you're not denying you were driving the vehicle. I get that you hadn't intended to, but yeah, I get what you're talking about. Okay, but so here's what I usually take into account before I even look at your record. Right? If you have a habitual set of charges that are vehicle related, right, I'm less inclined to take any time off. Right, but if you only have had a few vehicle-related incidents, then typically, without too much fuss, I'll knock it down in half. You see, what I'm kind of giving you what my measure is, okay?
I got you. And look at it this way, though. Any vehicle ones that I have on there is due to me in a golf cart.
What?
They're all golf cart charges.
Goodness gracious. All right, tell you what, what's your ID? Let me just take a look. Sorry, I'm laughing, but I don't hear that too often. I hear a lot of things, Mr. Long, but
It's true though. Like, I don't fuck around with anything but trucks and golf carts.
well, unfortunately, in the state of California, in case you did not know this, those do fall into the motor vehicle category. So
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. I mean, a cheetah can run faster.
So it looks like you were arrested on the 24th for several charges, including the 2800 that got your license suspended. Reviewing the rest of yours. But you've probably never had your license suspended up until that point, as my guess. Is that correct?
Yes, I did, but only for like a 14-dayer. It was due to a golf cart. It's not on the list because there was a
ticket.
ordeal. There was a whole ordeal and stuff. But before my record looks like it's wiped, I did have some vehicle charges, but they were due to a golf cart.
Okay, well, I appreciate you being honest with me. So here I like to think of myself as a bit of a progressive judge. I tell you what, I don't mind if you want to go.
Hands up.
I'm sorry, that happens every now and then. Is that good?
Nah.
Here.
Maybe
Better
if I
here
bump
or
into
here?
you.
Here
Yeah,
or here? 1 or 2?
0. None.
There you go.
Hey, there we
All
go.
right, good. All right, I tell you what, I'm a fairly progressive judge. I am inclined to go ahead and reduce it in half, which would be 15 days. However, I'd appreciate it if you'd go over to the MRPD or to Blaine County Sheriff's Office or Pillbox, take a pick, and offer to wash at least 3 vehicles, as it was a vehicle.
Can I offer the police department a ride along with the Blaine County Sheriff's Officer, unit number 420,
What?
as community service?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna be disinclined to say yes to that one, but nice try. But yeah, if you can get an officer, I tell you what, if you can get an officer to go ahead and either come here or message the court that you've washed those 3 vehicles, we'll call it 14 days, or excuse me, 15 days, and we'll be done.
What if I go for an hour ride along with the police officer?
I don't know if that's it. I don't know who's that torturing more, you or the law enforcement officers. Honestly, I'm trying to be as nice as possible.
No, I know. 3 cars is cool. I'll see if I can go and do that.
All right, see if you can get that knocked out, and then we'll get your license updated or your suspension updated. Okay.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Long.
Wait, which judge were you again?
Judge Taps.
Taps. There you go. All right.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, welcome to the city, sir, Mr. Top Hat.
How will I know when? All this stuff
What's
is clear?
your? Well, hang out here just for a minute. I'm seeing somebody. What's your ID, by the way? Sorry, let me see if I can get this. I'm trying to expedite for you, Mrs. Brooks. All right, 1 second.
That's fine. I was just wondering.
Yeah, let me try one more thing. One second. Just gonna hit a couple other folks. It's kind of like throwing a handful of stones. I'm going to hit one of them eventually that's going to respond.
Oh, I know.
What's going on?
We're waiting to hear back from a god.
Oh, that was quick. I thought that would take at least a few days.
Well, typically I can approve them, and then it takes a couple days for it to pick up. I'm just trying to expedite it for her. That'll help. That'll just probably piss them off. Y'all guys might stand back and maybe get struck by lightning in a second.
I know Ray Bloom needs to do the same thing to change hers to Ray Sims.
Yeah, I gave her the number to the lawyer. She's got to pay a lawyer.
Oh, okay.
Normally, people I message are pretty responsive. Today's a little slower.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab dude from Legion.
You want to just send me a text and I can text you back? Maybe?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. You ready for my number?
1 second. All right.
506 7065. At least I think that's my number.
Let's hope so, because I just texted it.
I guess we'll find out. You know what? That was not the right number. I gave you the wrong one. Sorry. I gave you my
Someone's giving
cousin's
it a
number.
random?
That was my
Okay.
cousin's number. Are you ready? Sorry about that.
Okay, ready.
497-3580. Got it.
So
I will.
when's the
I'll let you
deadline
know.
for law school?
I think you got a little bit of time. Yeah, if you go into the, if you look at, we're trying to see if there's enough interest to make, and I think we've got 6 candidates already, and we'll
I
take
got
as big a
cousin
class as we
who's
want.
Very interested in that.
Yeah, so check the San Andreas Legal Association in the Discordias and then the San Andreas court information. There's a post there by Mr. Sneezy that will explain what to do there.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. All right, I'll give you a text once I know anything.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. All right, who's next? Yep.
That would be me, sir, I believe.
Come on up. What can I do for you today?
I was hoping, I know typically you want us to go to a lawyer for this kind of stuff, but I hope
Mhm.
you do me a favor, go and clear my record up for me.
Well, unfortunately, that does take an attorney to review your record with you and to file the paperwork with the courts.
Would a
So
couple Mr. Benjamins help you out, sir?
No, sir, and I want to advise you that bribing an officer of the court could lend you into some extra trouble, by the way, so I didn't hear you say anything, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand you didn't hear anything. We'll leave that in between us.
Mhm.
I can just reach into your pocket there.
No, that's all right. So I appreciate everything, and I encourage you to go speak with an attorney to get your record expunged. Go about that the right way.
Well, that's true. You sure there ain't nothing you can do for me?
I'm afraid not, sir. That is the system of government that we have in place. So,
Well, that's just unfortunate. I swear.
are you
think
trying to
there'd be
find?
a better system in place in here? It's
Hey,
a shame.
I get you. I mean, do you need a reference? Do you need a reference for a good attorney? I know a couple that are really good.
I mean, sure.
And they're very efficient. The first one is Mr. Tyndall, Mr. David Tyndall. If you want, I can give you his phone number. He's very efficient. Okay, all right. But David Tyndall is really good, and also York Law. And if you go into there to the Discordias and you get the legal lobby and you ask for a lawyer or either of those two, they're actually very responsive, and they're very quick with the paperwork filings too.
I understand that. I might have an issue going through Mr. Tyndall. He's my dumb retarded cousin, So.
All right, I understand that. Okay.
No, but you have a good day, Mr. Taps.
All right, you have a good one, sir. Good luck with that. All right. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Where is he? You're such a jerk. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. That's funny. All right, that's pretty funny. He plays David Tyndall, another lawyer in town. That's pretty funny.
That's the car we're driving in.
Is it?
Yes.
Howdy, what can I do for you? If you don't mind, if you'd remove that mask for me. Thank you very much. Come on forward.
Am I able to get my driver's license thing, expunged?
You mean your current license is suspended and you're curious about getting it reinstated?
Yeah.
Okay, well, do you know why it's suspended?
I got charged with charges. So me and 2 other people
charged all the same things. I wasn't the driver.
You weren't the driver, okay?
I was just in the car at the time.
Okay. Let's take a look here. What is, can I see some ID, please? Miss Woods, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that was the last time I got arrested, to be fair. Well, I might have been arrested sooner than that.
It's interesting. It looks like that this would have been on the 13th of April?
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, it's the first time I had like my license taken off of me, and it was taken for 60 days, and it wasn't
60?
even 60.
Wow.
And I wasn't even the driver, so I didn't think my license should have been taken from me.
All right, well, let's take a look here. VC. I'm just taking a look at which charge you got. Oh, goodness.
Reckless evading of cops, driving on the wrong side of the road. I know those were the two charges.
Actually, they got you with the .3, which is evading the police officer and causing death or serious injury.
What?
Do you remember? Yeah, did you hit someone or kill someone during the fleeing?
No. Like I said, I wasn't even the one driving. The guy behind me, he was driving most of the way, and then his head popped, and then my other friend, he drove for the rest of the way. I can't drive for shit. That's why they don't let me drive.
That is true.
It's funny, they're always quick to say the people who can't drive very well, and the second they go, "Oh, I can drive," and you go, "Oh, hell no," or something of that nature.
I'm honest about it. I can't drive for shit.
This judge keeps it real.
Oh, I live in the city too. Trust me.
Hell yeah.
Okay, yeah, it was 413. Well, I'll tell you what, 60 days is a bit excessive. I don't, obviously I got to side with the charges that you had because I wasn't there. Typically, I'd ask if somebody come by, like you go talk to that officer or the arresting officer's supervisor, explain the situation. If they want to come down and remove that charge, then it's all done. Now, what I am willing to do is go ahead and reduce that from 60-day suspension to a 30-day suspension based on what you told me. My guess is it's been 30 days since that happens, and that would put your license in a good spot. So
I think I worked out to be like 25 days since that happened, and I'm fine with the 30 days being another 5 days. I'll be fine with that. It just really annoyed me that I was a mechanic whilst not on duty as a mechanic, but I worked as a mechanic.
Understand, yeah.
It's put me out of a bit of money.
I hear you. Well, hopefully we get you back on your feet here. Let me check something.
I did get a little notification on my phone saying that it was reduced to 30 days.
Good. Okay, so I do show that it was a 30-day suspension now instead of a 60-day suspension. The start date of that suspension was 4/13, so once you're 30 days past that date, which I'm guessing is here in a couple days.
Yeah, I worked out to be, it's so far been 25 days.
All right. So in 5 days, you're good to go.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Hey, have yourself a nice day.
Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
I can finally get me some money again now.
Somebody keeps hitting the damn. Boom, 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 boom. Killed my car. I think I'm just gonna go get a burger and then hit the sack.
And that was like for 20 minutes of work. Hi, Judge.
Howdy, how are you? Good, how are you doing? That's a nice suit you've got on.
Thank you. I was at a wedding today.
Well, you look quite nice.
Thank you.
Mr. Lee? Is anybody working?
Yes, sir. What can I get for you?
I'd love a burger and shake combo, please.
Come right up.
Y'all need to put up your hands. I can't see you.
Any better now?
No. Yeah, now I can see you.
All right.
Ash, you need to put your hands up.
I couldn't see you either.
I can't see him.
I can't either. I'm sure he's back there somewhere, slaving away. Poor guy.
Hi, Sirius.
Oh, how's it going?
You were up in your head. I came to see you.
Sorry, I fell asleep at the table there waiting for people.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk outside? This is more business than anything.
Have a good day, man.
Of course.
I'll talk to you soon. Hey, hold up, hold up.
You need to jump, sir.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Oh, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm well. Is he
Good.
helping
Glad
you
to
out?
hear it. Yep, he is. Thank
Yeah,
you
I
very
got his
much.
combo ready for him.
What do I owe you, sir?
Perfect.
It's gonna be 85.
85. All right.
Hey, is there are you the judge?
All right. Did you get your money then?
Yes, sir. You need any change back?
Nope, I do not. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yes, I am a judge.
What can I when can I talk to you about trying to get a hunting license?
Well, I can probably take care of that for you right now if you can remove the mask for me. Assuming that's not permanently attached to your head.
I wish it was, man. If I could get the surgery here, I would. To
I
be
hear ya.
honest though, before we go into this, let me make sure I got the money in my bank.
Okay. You don't have any felonies, do you?
I'm coming back.
You don't have
I
any
do not.
felonies, do you? All right, cool. Yep. It would just be
Here, I'll flash my ID for you if you want to look at it there.
perfect. I'll just look it out. Thanks, Mr. Millen.
Yeah, I'll be right back. You know, it might be the most boring job in the city, but the burger shop pays out well. I've got enough.
I hear you. Yeah, it's $1,000 is what we're looking for here.
All right, let me go ahead and get that over to you.
Okay. Pull up my computer. They allow us to do this pretty handily mobily, so.
Oh, that's neat.
All right.
I wish I had one of those. I just got the little small one. But hey, man, it's better than nothing, right?
Mm-hmm. All right,
Am
Mr.
I
Millen,
gonna put
check.
the mask back on?
Sure. Actually, okay, so now if you would please look at that, check your pockets, look at that firearm permit, and if you would read everything off of it for me, please.
All right, I do have the firearm permit. Let me read
Okay.
off of here first.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Thank
so
you.
the license holder is legally allowed to carry a weapon so long as it remains concealed at all times. Good to know. Oh, give me 1 second. There we go. If contracted by a law enforcement officer for any reason and the license holder is armed, the license holder shall immediately inform the officer they are a concealed carry weapon license. And when the officer requests the license holder's CCW license, the license holder will provide the CCW license as proof they are legally carrying a concealed weapon. License holder shall surrender the CCW license and or concealed weapon to any sworn peace offer upon demand. License holder shall not unnecessarily display or expose the concealed weapon or license. That was all.
All right. Good. And do you ever understand everything that was written there?
I do, sir.
Cool. Any questions about that?
I do not.
And you understand?
As far as
go ahead.
I understand, there's no hunting past 8 o'clock, and
Yeah, pretty much.
regulations say musket only. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. Musket only, and hunting is available from sunrise to sunset. So that's the kind of what you're looking for. If you start doing anything at darkness, you're going to probably get an officer come check on you.
Well, I don't want no trouble, sir. So I will be sure to stay away when the sun sets.
All right. And just remember that that firearms permit can be revoked at any time. It's a privilege, so just make sure you're aware of that, okay?
I will do, sir. Hopefully, I have no reason to have it removed.
There you
Revoked.
go. All right. Well, you have yourself a wonderful afternoon. Okay. Glad I was able to help you out.
You, sir, Your Honor. Enjoy your day.
enjoy
Stay
your
safe.
meal, my man.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Y'all have a wonderful day.
You too. Oh, you're scuffed. Where'd you go? Hey, there you are. Good to see you. Oh, and you're gone. And you're there.
Wow. 150 on a straight. Wow. I didn't know I could do that. That was insane.
Hey, sir, mister.
Yes. Yes.
$50, please.
Sure. What's your number?
I'll be right there. I'll be a pillbox in a second. Bye.
You just want to ride to Pillbox?
Yes.
Come on.
Let's go.
Hope everything's all right.
Yes. I'm trying to do something very fast.
Okay.
No, the top
Hopefully
pillbox,
nothing
top of pillbox,
nefarious.
top of pillbox.
Hit
We're not going
market.
to
I don't know which one. I'm
Okay.
turn around
It's okay.
backwards. Sorry.
There you go.
Got it. Sorry. It got turned around.
It's okay. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. Have a good day.
Bye.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me.
Yep, go ahead.
Would you like to dance?
How are you gonna get a different car, cuz? I thought we were racing these cars.
Let's race the retro.
Alright, then